our next guest. Currivan Alouidor is with us. You were diagnosed with osteosarcoma, what, like 13 years ago? Is that?
Yeah, my first time was 06.
And then again, and then again?
Yes, there's been a couple of sequels, unfortunately.
But the journey you have been through, and I read somewhere where you actually said you look back on it and you smile more than you frown when you think back about those early days and what Dana-Farber Cancer Institute meant to you. Take us through a little of what should be the scariest time in your life and how they help you through all that.
Well, actually, I'd say that to my wife, and she doesn't believe me until she comes to events like this and she meets everyone. For me, what the Jimmy Fund meant to me was a holistic approach. Like, they took care of everything. Like, I was only concerned about my body, obviously, with the cancer, fighting that, taking care of it. But they made sure that I was in good spirits. They made sure I was taken care of mentally. They made sure overall I came out as good, if not better, than I came in.
You were, what, 20 years old or so when it happened?
I said 20 earlier. My wife fact-checked me. I was 19.
Well, we thank her for the fact-checking. But, you know, and there it is, meeting Tim Wakefield, meeting some of the Red Sox players when you were younger and going through this. Sometimes the family has a tougher time dealing with something like that because you're young, right? You probably think, I'm going to beat this. I beat everything, right?
So the first time, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was kind of like, okay, yeah, obviously I'm going to get through it. I was young and I didn't know my mortality. So yes, in that instance, it was definitely harder on my family. And the Jimmy Fund also was there for them. Like, the Jimmy Fund wasn't just, I wasn't the only patient. My mother was a patient, my sister was a patient, my brother was a patient. Everyone in my life who was part of my support circle was also a patient. Like, they took care of everything they could to make sure that I came out even better than before and thrived.
How much more difficult was it when you had a reoccurrence, or as you call them, the sequels of the problems that were plaguing you?
Well, the sequels were tough because your attitude is, all right, I did this one time, I got it out, it'll be a great chapter in the autobiography someday, and then it comes back again. You're like, I already had my turn, like, I'm done. That's the other thing I will say for the Jimmy Fund. Like, I wasn't patient number 6, 7, 8 with them. I was Currivan. They were sad with me. They were disappointed also. They wanted to fight with me. They were very excited to come up with a plan and make sure we beat this one also. It is very scary every time I've had a reoccurrence, but one of the things that makes it easier is I know, like, I have an all-star team behind me.
How are you doing now?
Right now, I've been... It's been cancer-free about a year now. Doing great. My wife and I are traveling as usual, and work is going great, so now everything's going well.
This has not stopped you from doing a darn thing in your life, has it?
No. It's slowed down my modeling career for a bit, but I think that's getting back on track soon.
Congratulations. Mine went sideways a long time ago. So let me
you still got the jumper, right? I mean, you probably jump higher now.
No, unfortunately, because of the surgery, I can't jump as high, but I can still shoot. It's all in the motion.
As long as you got the shot down. All right, in fantasy football, I'm told you're a big player. Have you had your draft yet this year?
Oh, I retired. Yeah, it was just...
he went out on top.
Yeah, exactly. So to make a Tom Brady metaphor here on air, so Brady, what makes him so great is that he's still good, and he still looks forward to the meetings. He still looks forward to the drudgery of the job. I do not. Like, just winning all the time, it's not as easy as it sounds.
Isn't that funny? It's funny. I stopped 2 years ago after like 25 years. It's just, it gets too much.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know. After 25 years, I think I'd be going for a record.
I didn't win that many times in 25 years, trust me. Hey, listen, real quickly, Currivan, we ask people every year, and every time somebody comes on, look into the camera, tell people why they should pick up the phone and make a pledge to the Jimmy Fund.
You should make a pledge to the Jimmy Fund because you're not just investing in myself or just the current patients. You're also investing in future patients. You're investing in staff. You're investing in research. Everybody wins at the Jimmy Fund, including the donors.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming by. Continued success.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And good luck with that modeling career.
Thank you, Kyle.